Bugs are like that, especially older ones. Oh no. Hello, loading delayed. Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. You have a feeling that the consequences for this action will be severe. A problem for future you to worry about. No. Let's check the mayonnaise. You know you probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. Cool dude. It's fancy text. You pick up the jar. Its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Oh no. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. Yeah. Forget that. Forget it. Take jelly. Lucy's jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. Given everything else that's been in here. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. Either way, thank you, Tabitha. You either bought something for me, or you purposefully are letting me eat your food, the food you normally eat. That's pretty nice of you. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. No, don't wanna. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. I've already done the fridge. Let's search pantry. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Oh, goodness. How much of this is mac and cheese? Oh, there's a dead rat. And many mouse traps. Why is there a dustpan with stuff in it? And why is there so much bread? Keen eye, look closer. At home gourmet, have him coming back for seconds. You look terrifying. I don't like how you look. And that doesn't look very yummy. Why are there so many greens? You squint into the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread, a single book lies forgotten, a thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. Molded bread. That stuff down there's molded? Why is it still here? Calf's brain aspic. Teddy's favorite. Serve on toast with plain crackers? Ugh, brain. You flip to a bookmarked page. Both calf's brain and aspic are unappetizing enough on their own, and you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No way. No wonder your mom ran away. Yeah. That's not... You shut the book and put it back in its place. Okay. Let's take a bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some peanut butter. Let's take peanut butter. GIF. The king of nut butters. And only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. I don't like that. I feel like that's not a joke. The only thing you need now are a plate and knife. I kind of want to look at the mac and cheese. I'm not going to take one. That sounded weird. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. You've never seen Kraft? Am I thinking wrong that that's like a major mac and cheese brand? Cook it for yourself. Nah. To empty the box and stuff it with the dead mouse? No. 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 No matter how funny that might be. No. Put it back. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. Let's not make a problem. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make anything worse. Make things worse than they already are. Close the pantry. Creak. You close the pantry door as best you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Search the cabinets. Why are there utensils? There's a note. The cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. Yeah, I don't usually put those in a drawer. I guess maybe the drawers might not work. given the house is off kilter, grab a plate and a butter knife. It's a plate! You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. Why would I grab a bowl? Maybe for ice cream? I don't have it. Examine the mug. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock. Blowing Rock, huh? So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only for a few hours from the estate. Altitude 4,350 feet? That is pretty high up there. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Maybe. Now grabbing a bowl. Examine shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Perlane, so this wasn't from her 50th. She has friends. She had friends. Yeah, she doesn't currently have friends. She's dead. She had friends. From the few stories you've heard from your mom, Perlane wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Kenai, maybe it belongs to Janie. Maybe. You imagine she might need an alcoholic beverage to get through cleaning this place, especially with Tabitha's sour face peering over her shoulder. Yeah. But what's this note? I can see it. I feel like I should be able to get it. Chloe's cabinet. Make baby. No. I want to check out the garden. Garden. Ooh. That's about to break. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? The funeral's in a week. I think I have enough time to come and look at this later, so I don't have to do it now. I think I'll return to the kitchen and just have my PB&J and do, like, normal things and get more adventurous later. You close the door behind you and return to the kitchen. It looks cool. I like how it looks. I don't want to possibly get lost in it before I get to do normal things, because I don't know if that can happen. Make PB&J, even though you've already eaten God knows what from the fridge. Your ravenous form quickly sets out to work making a PB&J. Oh, that's a beautiful PB&J. A job well done. Yeah. All of that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. I don't want to explore the rest of it. Also, the fact that I can't go back to the garden now, it's pretty telling. You're done here. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? I'm not investigating the forbidden wings of the estate. No, going to be a good person and wait to do that. Settle in. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. Yeah. I do wish I could pet Frou-Frou, though. You stand at the entrance to your room. Oh, let's put our clothes away and we can look around after that and maybe take a nap. Oh. I'm sorry. How'd you get in there? You look so cute. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet, but angry. Afraid! I friend, I know hurt. Afraid! What are you doing in my drawers? Warm. Dark. Your face is a little cute. Even though I don't like opossums, mostly because of their, like, open claws. And for the same reason I don't like rats and mice, I don't like having their fingers out and their tail bald. Everything else about them is adorable. Aw, what's your name, little guy? I'm loading. Dustin. Oh, hello, Dustin. Fashion clothes into nest. Fashion clothes into nest. You poor thing, you look cold in there. Gently lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. Dustin closes his mouth, somewhat more at ease than before, and looks up at you with his shiny black eyes. Human is kind to Dustin. Dustin will remember this. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. I have a friend. I wish I could pet him. I want a pet. Let's check the closet. I regret. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of in this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. What? Why is that an option? I feel like I would be cursed. Pick up doll. There's a name on the foot. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. Put it back. It did not say I put it back. I better have put that back. Close the closet behind you. I want to take a look at the window. Oh, it's the garden. You can only imagine how beautiful. That staircase seems to go into the ether. Maybe it's good I didn't go looking around. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it. Just one goldfish. That's not enough goldfish. And drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. Examine painting, since I have her staring at my bed. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you've barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Fair. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. That's fair. Let's take a nap. I've earned it. I don't like how bumpy that looks. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. Ugh. No, thank you. You tried to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. Ugh. That's enough. Doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. No. We're not doing that. We're gonna go to town. I will investigate later. That was a loud door. Now you've stepped in, there's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you'd known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though, maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Yeah, it's really not. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It depends on how much her mother had to do with her disliking me. If her mother is why she dislikes me, then yes, it's a perfect time. Otherwise, it's not. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here, but your serenity is quickly overcome with a sudden urge to puke. The slime wants out. Oh no. Force it down and continue into town. You're not going to let this slime get the best of you. You think it's yourself as you muster up every last ounce of willpower and force it back into your guts. You're safe for now, but there's no telling how long it'll last. I'm gonna regret this. finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh, hi there. Oh, hello there. Don't growl at me. Oh, did someone say something? I was distracted. Why, I do declare, who is this stranger? Why do they smell of peanut butter? Hi, Gretchen. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. It's okay. Pugs are like that, especially older ones. Oh no. The excitement of meeting a new stranger causes your stomach to churn. Once more, the slime is making its escape. It's gonna come up eventually. Might as well get this over with. You knew the moment you first ingested the putrid slime that it would get the best of you, one way or another. If now's the time it has chosen to free itself from your body, it's best not to stop it. You managed to turn enough as to not hurl all over the stranger's shoes before the geyser erupts. You spew the half-digested contents of your stomach all over the sidewalk. Oh gosh, you poor thing. Sorry if we startled you. Startled me so bad I threw up. The stranger pats your back as her dog Gretchen wrinkles her already wrinkled nose and sneezes in disgust. Oh my, how foul. Bless your heart, you poor thing. You are definitely a southern old lady. Even Gretchen knows that the slime is too putrid to consume. If only you had a similar instinct for self-preservation. Are you okay? No. No. Your head is swimming after that little episode. Maybe you're not wholly okay just yet. Oh man, no, not really. I mean, I think I'm a little better, but that's definitely some food poisoning there. I think I might need a minute. Yeah. Oh, we have all been there. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better at least. I know I've certainly been there more times than I'd like to count. I'm sure if I were in your shoes right now, I'd be mortified. But I'm serious. Don't worry about it. I'm Stella. Nice to meet you. It's not often I see a strange face up here in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yeah, introduce yourself. Hi, I'm loading. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? Upon mentioning of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of these days, I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. I want to pet you. Can I pet you? I want pet. I can't pet cat. I'll pet Gretchen. It's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her all alone up in that big house. Tabby. She's putting on a front. I don't think she's doing too well. She's been icy, sure, but it feels like she's putting it on as a front. She's always been a little rough around the edges, to be honest. It's always been hard to tell if that's just the way she is or if she's just putting on an act for her whole life. That does not sound fun. To think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far as back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed. I don't know who Mustard Seed is. I know who Puck is. Puck's rather important, actually. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible... Oh, that's Gretchen. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Dogs don't live very long. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the frou-frou. How does that monster fare? You choose to ignore Gretchen's question, let Stella discover your secret powers. If you do see that devil of a cat, please send my regards, and do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but that I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you just got into town, you must be starving, not the fact that I just retched all over the concrete. That's not why I'm hungry. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. You could probably use some more food in you after... Well, let's not talk about that. I saw nothing. Biscuits? Your treat? Hell yeah. Awesome, let's go. That's a lot of people. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. There's a lot of people here. Oh. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. What are you looking at? Silently stare at the patrons. You silently stare at the patrons, unsure of what to say, or perhaps unwilling to break the silence. Hey, this is Tabitha's cousin. They just got into town for the funeral. I'm showing them around. Stella moves to the nearest booth, and you quickly follow. There's no need to be nervous, you know. They won't bite. I'm not so sure. They look angry. Keen-eye, as you settle into booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of the conversation around you. Sure, we'll listen in. She'll probably repeat herself. Stella seems nice. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, the two policemen, the woman you assume to be the owner, shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. That must be Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet them. Looks so much like her. Do I? Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. Whoa. Haunted look, huh? So haunted. I always thought it'd go away once she finally got out of town, but I guess unhappiness is baked into her DNA. Rude. Resting bitch face is a thing. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That must be Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why she looks sad. I'm sorry. That's why they look sad. I would look sad too if I had to have Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Do you think Miss Tabitha's cousin is me too? I'm not. I promise. I'm nice. I promise. Oh, I don't know. I'll find out next time I go visit Miss Tabitha. Are you going to finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, Sweet Pea, and we've got to get home to help Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Oh, why are the strangers who wander into town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always coal boys, punks, and whippersnappers? Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaping plates of food. Those are coal miners? Who do you think? Another youngin' looking for mine work? No way. Clearly don't got the stomach for it. That's gotta be the boss's cousin. There's that funeral this week, if I'm remembering right, for old Miss Perlane. May she rot in peace. I'll let the lady rest, Zags. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they've been so much as lain to rest. If you'd have been, I don't like that word, if you'd have been around in her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Rodriguez. He's right. Nastiest woman I ever met. That Tabitha's a blessing compared to her. That's not great. Curse the whole lot of them. May every Scarlet burn in hell. Well, I sure hope my last name ain't Scarlet. That's enough of that. Hey, Stella. I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and dips in. Tip, you can hit the Y or triangle button on. I can't. It won't let me. I want to see Gretchen eat it, but it's not letting me use my controller. Oh well. Anything for you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. She said she'd be getting me a biscuit. Now how much is the coffee? $1. But that gets you unlimited refills. Okay, I can do that. Sweet deal. Cool. Can you throw in a biscuit too? Sweet, I'll have a cup, thanks. And could you throw in a biscuit too? I hear they're really good. Best in the county. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't know her. And from what I hear, I'm glad I didn't. Before you have a chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? Yeah, that gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Keen eye. Do you have something in mind? Something's telling me this is a loaded question. Was I being that obvious? My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera, and it's always better when someone else is there too. Before Scylla can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. So nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I had known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Oh, thank you. I was already going to have it paid for. Keen eye, you haven't introduced yourself. Her condolences? I haven't introduced myself. Oh, sorry. It's just that most people in town know about you. Sorry, I'm sure that must seem creepy. Oh, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. A holler's a small place. Everybody knows everybody. And that includes extended family. It's all good. I was just caught a little off guard. Whew. Glad that didn't freak you out too much. Yeah, and don't worry, nothing Perlane said about you will stick, that's for sure. You could just make a good first impression and wipe the slate clean with the whole town. God, what was she saying about me? Geez, look, I'm sorry I said anything. Hey, don't worry about it. Perlane was a gossip and would do this sort of thing with everyone. Spreading weird little rumors about folks was kind of her trademark. But enough about your aunt. You've got a biscuit to enjoy. Yay, a biscuit. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles to your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface, so much better than the shit you've had before. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended on a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa, this is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? No. Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Same! Girl! Wait, what? What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. Is that Mothman? It's Mothman, ain't it? You should really check out her channel loading. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Love controversy. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Like a sinkhole? Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Keen-eyed, despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of a creature's head and its relative body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one at that. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that must have escaped the local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. It's a mountain lion. You decided to take Gretchen's word for it. I think that's a mountain lion. You can kind of make out its little kitty cat ears. No way. It's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And it's too short to be a mountain lion. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Yeah, but capybaras are fat and chubby and cute, and I don't think that was. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam to Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape. I don't know what Skunk Ape is. Interesting history. Tell me more. Isn't that just worse Bigfoot? Interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? I feel like I need to say no. Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing. I don't want to go with her, only because of what I know can happen going forward. I'll do rain check. Hopefully this doesn't change too much. How about a rain check? I'm still trying to get a lay of the land. But tonight's gonna be the perfect for the hunt. You'll be able to see the stars at night with no light pollution whatsoever. You're guaranteed to encounter some interesting wildlife. And best of all, you get to eat hiking snacks. They're my favorite part of hiking, so I always have a full stock. Most of the snacks are homemade too, in case that tempts you. I don't want to get on Stella's bad side, but I also don't want to go. I think I'm good. Thanks for the invite, but it's been a long trip. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I guess I get it. You'll be missing out though. A moment of not so comfortable silence hangs between you. I'll see you around, yeah? And tell Tabby I'm here if she ever needs me. I can't say I'm not disappointed, but a walk is still a walk. Toodaloo loading. Stella slides out of the booth, Gretchen in tow, and heads to the counter to pay. You are alone in the booth. Stella already paid, but that doesn't mean you can't leave a tip. Should you, though? I want to leave a tip. How much money do I have? I don't know how much money I got. Leave a tip. Reach into your pockets and pull out a single crumpled dollar bill and a quarter. Leave the money on the table and follow Stella out of the diner. Yeah. Hanging out with Stella managed to pass some time, but there's still plenty of daylight left. Maybe it's worth spending more time exploring the town. I want to pause here for now. We'll save there. Thank you everyone for watching. I should keep this save file this time because as far as I know, everything's been recording correctly. Thank you for your time.